This presentation is brought to you by Smoooth Productions.
Welcome to another edition of your Wednesday Night Sports Delight, the platform sports talk show. What is going on, party people? It is your boy Smooth. That is Smooth with 3 O's. Welcome to another edition of your Wednesday Night Sports Delight, the platform sports talk show. I'm back. Feel like I've been gone for a little minute, but it's all good. We had the man cave. I forgot. No, we didn't. Didn't have the man cave. Talk about that very soon. But we did have ladies' night. Shouts out to the wifey, to Jobo, and to Bunny, who did an amazing job talking about any and all things in regards to the world of sports. So shouts out to you ladies for being there, being present, and holding things down, representing the platform sports talk show network. I'm sure the fellas have a lot to say, and they'll say their piece in a matter of weeks. Speaking of which, make sure y'all go ahead and follow the platform sports talk show all across social media. We on Facebook, we on the X, we on Instagram. Go on YouTube, subscribe, and click on that bell. So anytime we go live, you will be notified. Also, if y'all would like for us to come out to an event or maybe set up shop at a cool, amazing location, rooftop, indoor facility, whatever it is, shoot us an email, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com, and we'll go ahead and make that happen. May have something brewing very soon in regards to doing some on location appearances, so stay tuned for that. And if you can't watch us right now, I understand a lot of TV going on, a lot of baseball, a lot of WNBA, a lot of sports, period. And you're just confined to watch. Well, you can still listen right now on Hot 365 Radio, where it is always hot. Go to hot365radio.com or via the app, no matter if it's iOS, Android. Download the app, you'll see the icon, and just enjoy the amazing high definition that this show and that the radio station brings. You can also catch the most recent show every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. They also have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/hot365 radio. Once again, every first Wednesday of the month, you have Ladies Night, the best panel of ladies who love sports. And then you have every last Wednesday of the month, the Man Cave, or anything. And I do mean where anything can go down. And outside of sports talk, I do have Smooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. Do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to the page on YouTube, Smooth Conversations, Smooth with 3 O's. And you can also check out the show, whether it's live or the best of, every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on KBDR Beat District Radio. Go to the website beatdistrictradio.com or download the app and you are good to go. So that's any and all things in regards to what I got going on right now with Smoooth Productions. Also, there's a QR code for those watching. Use your phone, scan the QR code, and connect with yours truly and everything under the Smoooth Productions umbrella. Now, I'm not alone. This is a throwback show, people, because back in 2017, it was just me and my boy who came together. I was like, hey, bro, I want to do a sports talk show. I'm serious about this thing. And 8 years later, we still doing it because of the people like yourself, man, who's tuned in. Go ahead and like, go ahead and share, subscribe, do all that right now. Let's bring my people in as I bring in my boy from the man cave, but the originator of this show when it was called Smooth and Sadal. And now he's back joining me tonight. Sadal the Selector, what's happening, brother?
What is happening, man? I am here for another edition of the Platform Sports Talk Show. I almost said the man cave.
Man, you was trying. You was trying, but no, man. It's truly amazing that 8 years now, and we're doing this show together. Bunny may be on later on this evening. She's running late, but we're gonna hold things down for Jobo is currently at the Enterprise Center watching Jonas Brothers perform. So anytime the Jonas Brothers are in town, don't expect to see Jobo anywhere near a TV screen or monitor or anything, because she's downtown living her best life. B, I'm praying for you, brother. I'm praying for you. That's all I gotta say. I'm praying for you. But no, but like I said, man, just having you on the show, back to old times, man, when you and I was doing our thing on two stools.
Man,
so much has changed since then. When you look at our setup and how we doing things, it's just amazing how things have changed since day one.
It's just the evolution of everything, man. It's just week by week being consistent and continuing to grow, continuing to have faith in what you do, and continue to have fun and have some passion about what you do. It'll bring, it'll bear fruit for you. Yeah. And it's just, God is so good, man. Bring us a long way.
All the time, man. So definitely agree, man. God is definitely good. And once again, we appreciate everyone for showing love to the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. I got that from Craig Black. Now, I want to say, was it either Craig or Misha Lay that started the whole Platform Sports Talk Show Network? I know Craig would say Platinum, but I believe Misha Lay started off saying network as well. So
I don't know, but I know who came up with the platform, but by itself.
Oh man, yeah, so many stories that we can share. But yeah, man, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Everyone, once again, go ahead and continue just to share. Let's get more people tuned in and have a good time talking about sports with so much sports going on around the world. Do I have to go ahead and ask the first question, Sadal? What has your attention? What sports story or stories has your attention right now, man? Go ahead and tell me.
Man, I don't know. There's a lot going on. I tell you what, just recently what had my attention is the UFL, man. They are shaking it up.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, Rapoli, I forget his first name. I'm sorry. He's the co-owner of the UFL. He's come in and he is shaking up things in a good way. We got 3 new cities. They moved. Yeah, they have 3 new cities now. They have Columbus, Ohio. They have Louisville, Kentucky, and they have Orlando, Florida. They eliminated San Antonio, Memphis, and Detroit. And they want to move to a model that sports smaller stadiums, soccer style stadiums.
Right.
So the crowd can feel more fuller and looks good on TV. They also want to push for local promotion. And promotion of this league has been abysmal over the past a few years. And so I am looking forward to it. Not just St. Louis, because we're Battlehawks fans right here in St. Louis, but just for the sake of the survival of the league, I want to see all of these cities thrive. I want to see every single game sold out. You know, I want to see those rivalries form and all of that. You know, it's just good. It's good for the whole league, and it's good for spring football. Spring football has always been a very, very exciting game. And you know, any kind of football, at least for me, I love it. And so spring football, I think the way they're doing it, I think it can survive for many years. It's just we're in critical moments for the league. This is make or break. So I'm hoping that this push right now can boost the UFL and have it thrive for the future.
Yeah, and just to add on, his name is Mike Repoli.
Yep, Mike Repoli. Yep.
Okay, well, Repoli, excuse me. But see, yeah, so and as you were saying before, Houston Gamblers used to be the Houston Roughnecks, I believe, but now it's the Houston Gamblers. Then you have new additions, the Louisville Kings. Mm-hmm. Then you have the Orlando Storm, and you have the Columbus Aviators. So welcome to the UFL. And even more to add on,
and it's back to Dallas. Is back to the Dallas Renegades instead of the Arlington Renegades.
Right. But also add on to what you were saying in regards to the stadiums, which I think is a smart idea. To me, that shows a sign of you get it. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing things that's going to make your brand look embarrassing when you're seeing a football stadium and you're seeing the lower bowl barely packed, unless it's a St. Louis Battlehouse game. But to have that soccer style stadium, it's going to be very nice and intimate. It should be nice and loud, and it should actually bring out the people, and it should be a good look. And these markets here, like Louisville, you know, they don't have a NFL team in Kentucky. So that's going to bring more people. It should bring more people out. Orlando, you know, I know it's there, you know, like Miami and Jacksonville, whatever, but it's still Orlando. They don't have, you know, an actual football team there. So that should be a good look. And then Columbus, Ohio. Now we know that, you know, you got Cincinnati, you got Cleveland, but that's a football craze state. So I expect people to show out when they go to these games. But I love that intimate feel. And there's something else that they're changing, is that there will no longer be two divisions. It won't be no XFL and UFL. It's going to be just one league, and the top 4 teams, based off records, will go to the playoffs. So no divisions. You just have 8 teams, and let's go. That's it.
I think that's good because it turns the page from all of the former spring leagues, and it makes it, you know, this is the UFL. This is spring football. This is a united spring football league. And I like the direction that it's going. And just one thing about Mike Repoli, he's got a reputation of turning businesses around and making them thrive. You know, he's got his hand in the Kentucky Derby. You know, he's got his hands into other avenues. I think him and Tom Brady has started a brand together. And so, and then, you know, he graduated from St. John's University. So he's a major booster for St. John's University. And you've seen the basketball team and what they've been able to do, bringing in players in this new NIL situation. And, you know, he's got that reputation. So I'm hoping that he can continue this success and you know, have this league thrive. So exciting stuff, man. I can't wait. I can't wait for to see what these other franchises, these other cities do in their cities to promote. We need to get everybody out, not just St. Louis.
And that's what I want to bring up, is that you brought up earlier, but they're trying to make each team more regional in regards to like who they draft, who they pick up. So like, for instance, for the Battlehawks, be on the lookout to see more Missouri Tigers, more maybe Illini. You know what I'm saying? Football players,
Even
players from that region. You know what I'm saying? People from that region. So it's gonna make it feel more of a St. Louis feel. Because we know, like, the biggest drawback that I have right now, and maybe this is just because of money, is that they're a centralized hub where every team goes to Texas to practice during the season, and then they go to their, home court, home stadiums, whatever, whenever they have a home game, like the day before, or maybe 2 days before they actually play there. So they don't practice in your actual home city. They have a hub, but at least they're working on it. Yeah, hopefully that they do. That they need to, but it's smart, like we said before, in regards to having that more regional feel where it's more localized, where you can have more people who was playing in Missouri, playing in Illinois, playing in the surrounding areas, Oklahoma, whatever it is around the Midwest, that can come to St. Louis and play. So I look forward to that.
And the coaches too, man.
Exactly.
There were some rumors that our coach may go to his home in Tampa, but I don't know how that it is, how that's going to play out. Then there's rumors about John Gruden coming back and coaching maybe the Orlando team. So it's, hey, anything that can boost the league, man, because I'm a fan of the league. The last thing I want to see is another football team in St. Louis go away.
Right.
So, and then this is the first football team that St. Louis has that they can call their very own. Every other football team that came from different places. The St. Louis Battlehawks originated right here in St. Louis. I hope we can keep that going.
Yeah. So what has my attention? I'm gonna go ahead and be like Joe Bo and talk about it. But baseball, man, postseason is here. It's been rocking and rolling. It's been very exciting, as you see on the screen right now. Start with the NL side. Right now in the NLDS, you have the Dodgers, the reigning defending champions. They are up 2-0 against the Phillies as they play in LA tonight. They can possibly close out the series tonight. Right now, the Cubs and Milwaukee, the series is 2-0 Milwaukee, but the Cubs have the lead at the moment. And then in the AL, you have a series tied between the Detroit Tigers and the Seattle Mariners, as Sadal used to say. And then last but definitely not least, Toronto Blue Jays leading the New York Yankees at this time. Series is 2-1 once again, led by the Blue Jays. So amazing postseason. A lot of people still trying to get used to the new format where, you have more teams in the wild card. It extended the playoffs, but it gives teams who may not have had a chance to go into the playoffs a chance to get into the playoffs. And to me, I think it's been amazing. It's just been that much better baseball that we're seeing. So, surprised I'm going to say this, but I mean, congrats to Rob Manfred for what he's doing to make baseball fun again.
I slow your roll on that just a little bit. And give credit for the playoffs, but everything else now.
But I mean, like I said, the games,
like Stan would say, you got too much dip on your chip.
But no, like I said, these series have been amazing. The games have been crazy. So just shouts out to Major League Baseball doing big things. And also, it's just a reminder of how far behind the Cardinals are when you see these teams. But the good thing is that now we have a new leader. So no more Mosaic. We have Hein Bloom. Yes, we still have the DeWitts and the whole nine.
We got DeWitts, and then we still got the idiot at the manager.
See, I wouldn't call him an idiot. You talking about Ali Marmo? I wouldn't call him an idiot.
iPad Ali.
I wouldn't say, to me, I don't put him. I don't blame him for the failures of our seasons. I blame the DeWitts because of the lack of giving him the talent that he needs to succeed. He's been trying to do what he can do with the pieces that we have, and there's been a lot of moments where the Cardinals organization has been overhyping a lot of prospects. And unfortunately, one of those players, I hate to say it, is Jordan Walker. Mozeliak said he was the best prospect since Oscar Taveras and Albert Pujols. And we have not seen anything close to that at all. And you can't blame Ali for a player not wanting to listen or work hard or prepare hard. That has to be between the person's eyes, you know what I'm saying? And you got to have that heart to say, you know what, I want to be the best player. So a coach can't do that for you. You have to do that for yourself. And there's other players. I know that once we get Joe back on the show and everything, maybe next week we'll talk about it more. But yeah, I mean, has he been at fault for certain things in regards to Ali Marmol? Yes. But has he been to blame in regards to the reason why they're not winning? No. I would not put that on him. He's done an amazing job. He's done the best that he can with the pieces that he has been given. But I hope now under the new leadership of Chaim Bloom, that Chaim Bloom is going to come in with a different mindset. He knows that a rebuild is needed, a rebuild is needed. Bring in better coaching, not just in the major league level, but all around for the minor leagues. Everywhere, it just needs to be a better uproot of amazing coaches and tutelage to all these players. So once they get into the big leagues, they know how to perform. And right now, the biggest issue from what I've been seeing is that there's just been a lack of that transition from minor leagues to the major leagues. And Chaim Bloom is working on that right now. And that's been one of our biggest stables, has been developing players, but then our system. Remember back in 2016 when he had the Memphis Mafia, the John Jays, the Scalzo, the Schumachers, all of them guys came up at the same time and they held it down. We need to develop again. And that's what Chaim Bloom is going to bring to the Cardinals. So I'm confident in Chaim Bloom. I'm not confident right now in the DeWitts, but hopefully Chaim Bloom will be like, hey, if y'all want to get back to our winning ways, this needs to go down. So I'm hoping on that.
Well, you make a great case for Ali, man. You could be a great agent for him. But as they say, man, crap rolls downhill, and sometimes when it rolls down, the manager takes all of that, man. And I agree with you, man. The whole organization needs to shake up. It's a whole rebuild. I mean, it's plain and simple. I know the numbers came back. They said the Cardinals this past year averaged about 19,000 people. This is the first year since the opening of the Bush number 3, where the numbers have been below 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I hate to say it, but we might see a couple of more years like this to come until we can get it together. But I think as a Cardinal fan, a lot of other Cardinal fans, I can speak for them, and we're just not used to this. Yeah, maybe we were spoiled. We were spoiled for like the past 15 to 20 years of Cardinal baseball, but we're just not used to it. And they got to get it together. And I think you're right. I think the DeWitts are the blame, and people want to make it known through their pocketbook and say, "Hey, we're not coming to the game until you can get this together and get serious." You can't no longer lean on, "Oh, we got the best fans in baseball and they just gonna come out to the game no matter what." We're gonna show you, look, we want to see results. And until you can put some results on the field, we're not coming to the games to watch this, especially with the prices and the economy the way it is right now.
Right. And what last thing I would say in regards to this team, you talk about the attendance and once again the wits. Oh my God, I just had my thought and it just left me just for a second. Golly, what was it? It'll come back to me, man, because you said something earlier that kind of tricked me to say something else, but I wanted to I couldn't, I just forgot just that just like that. Old age.
Welcome. Happens to me all the time.
Hey, that's what happens. Hey,
What the boy name?
right. It'll come back to me very soon, man. But like I said, just overall, just the direction is heading down the right path with Hein Bloom, and just let him cook, man. Let him make things happen and work that system the way that it needs to be worked, so we can get back to prominence. Oh, that's what I'm gonna say. Is that the issue? Is that the Cardinals organization waited 3 years too late to finally say, you know what, it's time to make changes. That's the issue. And that's the end, because you said earlier about how we've been so spoiled, because we've been blessed to have successful teams for a nice, good 20-year run. But the issue is that the organization didn't catch it right when they had the opportunity to. Basically, right after Pujols and Molina left, that's when they should have been like, okay, it's time to go ahead and do a rebuild or whatever it is, because that was when the modern game of baseball just left the Cardinals. Everyone else took off. The Cardinals stayed pat and got worse and got worse and worse. And the problem is that they kept on leading us to believe, oh, we're right there. Oh, we're just 1-2 pieces away, but you never got those pieces. They kept believing, oh, if you just get into the playoffs, but you didn't have the right guys to, and I'm always say this, as great of players that they were, Arenado and Goldsmith wasn't your go-to guys. They weren't your
disappointments.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially
they were
clutch time.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the issue, is that the organization didn't see that. It took them until after they traded away. Let Goldsmith walk on free agency, and you saw they tried to trade away Arenado last year, but he rejected the trade. But it took them to realize, yeah, okay, well, maybe they wasn't the like the go-to guys. The put me everyone hop on my back. I got y'all. Let's go. They were just good, complimentary, great players. Yes, Goldsmith won the MVP, but that year he had Pujols on the team, and Pujols was like, "I'm cool. I got y'all." You know what I'm saying? Put the pressure on me, Goldie or Ronaldo. Just have fun playing. Just do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. But then once Pujols left and Yachty left, you didn't have that. You know what, everyone? Come on. I got y'all for the next 20 games.
And it was, when the last time we were in the playoffs, who were the last two batters to bat in that series?
Oh, yeah. Arenado and Goldsmith didn't do anything.
No, it was the last few outs was Pujols and Molina.
Oh, you talking about and back in 23. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got you. Or 22. But yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking about even like, let's see, I think it was like the year before that when we still had Mike Schmidt, as the head coach, as the manager, excuse me, and Goldie and Arenado didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? They never stepped up when the lights were bright, and you have to have guys in the lineup who can step up when the lights are bright, when the pressure is on, 2 outs, men in scoring position, and you like, you know what? I got y'all. Base hit, home run. No, those guys will pop out or strike out.
We were using somebody like Jim Edmonds hitting that home run in the NLCS against the Astros, or oh my goodness, I have another senior moment. In 2011, man, the home run in 2011, the greatest home run in Cardinal history.
They're talking about the Pujols home run when he hit it over the against Houston. You talking about that home run?
Greater than that, 2011, man, Game 6.
Oh no, that was 2006. I mean 2000. 2000 and
2011.
No, 12.
2011.
It was 11.
Yes, it was 11. I'll never forget it, man.
Okay. Well, you talk about David Freeze, obviously.
David Freeze.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, what's going on with me? I got so much on my mind, Smooth, man.
Hey, same thing here, brother.
Yeah. You're not gonna get those back. You know, so we just gonna have to turn the page and start again, man.
Yeah, 2011. Yeah, so my bad, but yeah, once again, David Freeze home run, just amazing moment. You know what I'm saying? And even that series, Pujols had the 3 home runs at Texas. It was just crazy.
That would have been the great.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just what great players do. Yeah, but that's just what great players do. You know, it's like they bring that fear to opposing players, and we have not brought that in regards. Well, now I want to say that Ivan Herrera, that's my dude, man. I feel like he's right there. He's what Jordan Walker should be right now, but he's not. Ivan Herrera, if you don't know, he was a catcher, but he may end up being a DH because he just can't field. He doesn't have an arm for catching, but he has a bat, and he to me is the best all around player. So I hope that he just stays healthy, and if he plays majority of the games in the season, he's gonna be just fine. But outside of that, you just don't have enough threats, enough people that fear a pitcher, and we need to have that back in the Cardinal system. So hopefully that'll happen. But once again, this is your Wednesday night sports delight, the platform sports talk show. It is the main show. Got your boy Smooth along with
Sadal.
There we go. Up next, WNBA finals talking. Man, the WNBA playoffs have been amazing. The ladies talked about it a lot last week, but the finals going down right now. The Las Vegas Aces, which are the 2 seed, against the 4 seed Phoenix Mercury. They are in game 3 going down right now. And Phoenix with the Aces up 2-0. This is the first year that the WNBA is going to a game 7. In the past, it's been like best of 5, best of 3, whatever it has been in the past. But they finally been on and said, let's go ahead and give these ladies even more of a chance to shine. So now it's a best of 7. But the playoff run, what'd you say?
Which it should be. It's basketball. Game 7, man.
Yeah. So this has been an incredible run. The ladies brought up last week how the Indiana Fever had an incredible run in the playoffs. They lost against the Aces in the last series in the semifinals, 3-2 in the best of 5 series. And they did all this without Caitlin Clark. That says a whole lot right there. A whole lot to do as much as they done without Caitlin Clark. Of course, the biggest story last week was the Feast of Collier, who said a whole lot.
I have followed that one. Now, I know the ladies have talked about this extensively, but I'll say this: it's inevitable, man. The commissioner got to resign. She's got to resign. Your best players have spoken.
Yes,
your best players have spoken, and backed her comments up. I mean, there's nowhere to run. You know, you got to resign for the betterment of the whole league.
Now, not to be petty, but there was one person who had no comment after the remarks of the Feast of Collier. Guess which player that was? Caitlin Clark.
No, she backed up. She
didn't. When they asked her thoughts about what the Feast of Collier said, because the Feast of Collier brought up how Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner, said, "Oh, Caitlin Clark should be happy that she makes $16 million a year. If it wasn't for her being in WNBA, she would have made, whatever."
She backed it up. No, there's a quote. I wish I could find it.
Yeah, well, if you do, let me know, because when they asked Caitlin about the comment about the Feast of Collier, and she just said no comment. That's what I saw. Now,
And
if
then
you got different sources, let me know.
Because I saw the comment where she's like, yes, I agree with her wholeheartedly about it. Yes.
Okay.
In her words.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. Like star players have already said, you know, backed her up.
Well, if she said that, then I'll say it here. If she did say that, I'll say it here. I apologize, but the last time I seen it, it was no comment, and that was it.
Go look it up, man. Yep.
And shout out
Miss Dub.
Yeah, shouts out to Miss Dub, our favorite fan, showing love. Hello, gentlemen. So hello to you, Miss Dub. Hopefully everything has been going well your way. Looks like we might be getting some actual fall weather, man. It's been kind of cooler these last couple of days. So maybe fall's coming, but then I saw it's supposed to be 8 degrees over the weekend. So we'll see. We'll see. But once again, the WNBA finals right now, the Aces are up 29-26 in the second quarter over the Mercury, but the finals have been amazing. So shouts out to the WNBA, and it just going to continue to get better and better and better every year, man. You're going to have the Juju Watkins coming out very soon, you know, in maybe another year or so. There's so much talent, man. And they are really gaining a lot of viewers, man, and really getting a lot more eyes on the sport, which is big. Now, the biggest issue is after the season's over with, you're gonna have that collective bargaining agreement meeting.
That is going to be key. You know, that is going to set the stage for the rest, for either the trajectory going up or trajectory going down. They better be right by the players, because the numbers are already showing that they are making some profit. And that profit needs to go back to the players. Take a page out of the NFL.
Yeah. Yep. So hopefully they do what's right, and the right people need to leave and allow others to step in and say, you know what, just like Mike Rapoli, be more innovative, be smart in regards to just doing the right thing for the league, because these ladies are holding these down and they deserve their money. You know what I'm saying?
They need their equivalent of a David Stern.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and make that happen. But speaking of man, making it happen or not making it happen, let's talk about this next topic right here. Mark Sanchez. Wow. Over the weekend, I was getting my alerts, and if you saw the promo, everyone, I talked about Mark Sanchez, and I said this in the promo. I said that first he ran into one, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go ahead and check this right here.
Years ago, we talked to Tom Moore, then at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive.
I have never seen this before in my life. Watch this. Vince Wilfork is going to throw Brandon Moore back into his quarterback. He's going to fumble the football. This is what Reggie White used to do to people, forklift them and just lift them off the ground. Mark Sanchez not expecting it, and it was the backside of Brandon Moore that knocked the ball.
So, yeah, as you see, that was Mark Sanchez back in November 2000, I believe, 11, where he had the infamous butt fumble that went down. But, yeah, so over this past weekend, as I said before, I get alert that he got stabbed. I shared to the chat, like, yo, he got stabbed. What's going on? It's crazy. And then, about a couple hours later, I sent a plot twist, because he wasn't the victim. He was the suspect. He was arrested for his alleged role in an incident that resulted in him being stabbed. He was arrested on suspicion of battery with injury, unlawful entry of a motor vehicle, and public intoxication. Mind you, he is an employee for Fox Sports, where he has been doing NFL games. I think it's safe to say, Sadal, that I think that part of his career may be done.
Career. From what I heard,
He may be
over. This is so bizarre. This
crazy.
came out of left field because I don't even remember Mark Sanchez being in trouble with the law like this. So I kind of looked into the story. So here's the backstory. Around midnight or so, a 69-year-old man. He was a driver of a truck that basically gathered the grease for businesses, local restaurants and businesses, and he was stopping at the hotel to pick up the grease. He was just trying to do his job. It's midnight, and I guess Mark Sanchez was parked in the zone where he was gonna make his rounds to pick it up, and allegedly he went over to Mark Sanchez and said, "Hey, could you move your car? I'm trying to, get, do some business here." And for whatever reason, I think he was on that dust. He was smoking something. It wasn't liquor. It was liquor because you'll find out what happened in a minute. You know it ain't liquor. He just gets mad and goes after the man. Now the man at first he sprays pepper spray. Usually pepper spray puts you down, especially if you're drunk. You going down with anything. No, the pepper spray does nothing. He comes right back. And now the man, fearing for his life, he's 69 years old. He's just trying to do his job. He pulls out a knife and starts stabbing him to get him away. And so that's why Mark has all of these wounds. He's in critical condition because he's gotten stabbed, because the man was just simply trying to defend himself. Just imagine somebody, you spray some pepper spray and this man doesn't even go down. And so it's so bizarre, man. He must have been on some hard drugs, man, for him to he must have been geeking out or something. And if you look at the pictures, the man was tore up, man. He really did some damage to him, man. Now you see that, even though Sanchez was stabbed, this man was beaten up. He's got a scar on the side of his face. In the hood, I remember the rappers used to call that a $150, where his mouth was dead. They call it a $150 because that's 50 stitches right there. Yeah, man. He was so up. I'm not trying to be funny, man. So, Sanchez, man.
Yeah, it's all bad, man. And what's crazy is that I just think about his career. He came out from USC, I believe, and he had the Jets in contention. They were like this close. He was playing under Rex Ryan. They were like
AFC Championship game.
Yeah, they were right there. And just can't get over that hump. Then once again got into the college football. Then he got to the NFL, and you just say, okay, he got his career together. And then something that we've been talking about since day one of this show, which has been my biggest pet peeve, is that you got all this money and you out here just doing stupid stuff. That's just the part.
And the thing is,
every time
he doesn't even have he doesn't have a history of doing stuff like this. If he would have said Antonio Brown, I'm like, oh, here he goes. Here he goes again. It's like you could have threw a name in the hat and said, here, this person did it. Like, huh?
Right.
Where did this come from?
Right.
If I'm missing something, maybe he does have some history of lashing out. I don't know. Maybe he has a history of being intoxicated. I don't know. But It's bizarre. It's one of the bizarre stories I've seen in a while.
Yeah. And like I said, you talking about plot twist. That was really a plot twist right there, man. So unfortunately,
I really thought the man was attacked.
right. Because you know how many times we've seen so many professional athletes or whatever celebs go out and they get attacked, because of their status. But you don't normally hear something like this.
What made me mad about the whole thing, and you had some people that, some racist people, they jumped to conclusions. Oh, the crime downtown Indianapolis with the African Americans with no fathers. They must have did it. They don't even know what happened yet. They gonna come out with the tweets and stuff, man. But that kind of pissed me off. But like you said, plot twist. He was the aggressor.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
It is. All right. So we talked about how he got known from his days in college at USC. And we always know, Sadal, that college football is better.
Oh my God. In college, yeah. They'll never let me live it down.
So college football week 6 takeaways, and some of the biggest takeaways had to be teams that were in the top 4 in the AP top 25, and 3 of them are not even in the top 25 poll anymore. Crazy. But what you got, Penn State, who's not in it no more. You have Texas, the whole Arch Manning hype, that's just down the drain.
It's been a dud.
And then Clemson, nowhere to be found. Terrible start to their season.
I could have told you about Clemson though.
It's truly all bad, man. Penn State can't win big games, like when it matters. And to go to a team to play at UCLA, a team that has barely had a lead in the season, and you go there and lose to them. James Franklin, your job is on the hot seat. Yes, you went to the final, the top 4 last year in college football, but you just cannot continue to lose games like that you're losing like this.
And people like Dabo Sweeney and the Texas Tech coach, they're on the fire. They've been the ones that's been staunch, stubborn. The old traditional college football, to recruit, and you keep the guy for 4 years, and that's the way it should be. I know that's what you think it should be, but that's not reality. And as a result, you're not bringing in the players. You got to adapt with this new NIL
portal. Yep.
Hey, Nick Saban, he said, deuces, I'm retired. I'm not even going to even try it in this thing. And you can kind of see it. Well, like his last few years, his teams have not been on that top tier as of much, when he retired. So he read the writing on the wall early and said goodbye.
Yeah.
So they either got to adjust or they got to go to the wayside, man.
And same thing with Coach K. He was like, you know what? I had my time. It's time to go.
Time to go. Well, but he's
someone else too.
So he was ready to retire anyway. But that NIL really pretty much like, you know what? Yeah, that's my sign to get on out of here.
Yeah. So it was a wrap. But with that being said, this week, this incredible opportunity for our local town, Missouri Tigers. They have an opportunity to finally, Sadal, how many times have you and I had a gig and Mizzou had a huge game and they were right there, had the lead, and then lost it? Like, that could have been the kind of game that would have changed the trajectory of the season for Mizzou, and they did not do it. I think about the game against LSU when Jaden Daniels was a quarterback and how they were right there and had the game and lost it. Then I think they had another one where you and I had to get together. I think they faced Georgia and they had the lead and lost it. They have another opportunity this weekend at Faroe Field at home against Alabama to state their claim in the SEC and say we are one of the big dogs. Going back to NIL and transfer.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Before you even go on, we have a gig this weekend.
That's why I bought it up.
And once again, Mizzou has one of those games.
Yes.
I'm just gonna leave it there, man. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna put a pin in it, man.
Hey, I understand, brother. I understand.
Nothing.
I understand. The only thing different this year is that this game we won't be riding in a U-Haul truck. So that's the only thing different. There's no U-Haul truck needed for this one.
No U-Haul.
But once again, Mizzou, Alabama at 11 a.m. It's going to be on ESPN. Joe Tessitore, one of the best announcers in the game. It will be, yes.
One of
he'll be on play-by-play, so you know it's a big game.
Harlan and everything.
Yeah, but I was going to say this earlier, but in regards to the NIL and transfer portal, that has changed Mizzou because players that we wouldn't have gotten in the past, we're getting now, whether it's basketball or football. We're getting those 5-star. We're getting 4-star. We're getting those thoroughbreds that lived or that grew up in the country. You know what I'm saying? In the Alabamas and in the Texas and the Floridas. We're getting those big guys now. So they're actually coming to Mizzou because they're able to get paid. And I brought up a while back on the main show, but all I keep hearing, whether it's basketball or football, is that Mizzou has one of the best workout facilities in all of the country. You know what I'm saying? So Mizzou has just as much stuff. And now, if y'all haven't seen it, but like they're adding on a whole another section to the football field. So eventually we're going to get like 80,000 people in the stadium and not just 50, 60 to some thousand.
And more suites.
Exactly. So we're adding more to the stadium, but the hype is real. And Bo Pabula has done amazing. It makes you say Brady who? For real. Like Brady who? And then, oh my God, this running back tandem that we have the best running back in all of football in Ahmad Hardy.
You sure do.
We have the best running back in the country. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Mizzou does. Now, the biggest issue, and we had this talk before, Sadar, the biggest issue coming into this game is going to be the Mizzou what?
Secondary.
Yes. Especially when you got Alabama's Ryan Williams, who was one of the most electric wide receivers in the game.
Beast. He is a beast. And not many good secondaries can contain him.
Yeah.
Now you get somebody like us, man. You're gonna have to put a safety over the top, man. You're gonna have to play a defense that, hey, you do not let none of them beat you deep.
Yeah.
Put 2 safeties over the top. Get some help. Let them dink and dunk the ball. And we'll talk about dinking and dunking the ball in another football game. But you can't lose the Ryan Williams. He's gonna tear you up every time.
Yeah.
And the kid, the quarterback can really get it to him too.
And there is a plethora of big games going on this weekend. But another game I want to highlight is Illinois versus Ohio State. Number 1, Ohio State. They're going to be playing at Illinois. Illinois is looking very good. They unfortunately had a terrible loss 2 weeks ago against Indiana when they lost like 60 something to whatever. I mean, just a terrible showing. But that's going to be another big game for Illinois to see how great they are. But I'm looking forward to it because in a couple of weeks there'll be the debut of the college football top 12 to see who's making it right now. So can this be the opportunity where Mizzou can finally win that big game? That's going to be crucial because later on in the season, they still have to face Texas A&M. They still have to face Oklahoma. They still have to face, I believe, Florida. So, you know what I'm saying? You have some big games that you still have to complete before going to the conference championship and, of course, into the tournament, the playoffs or whatever. So can Mizzou, and this has been Bobby, that best all-around squad in a very long time, especially on offense, especially when you have two running backs doing what they're doing, and then plus going back to Bo Pabula, where he can not only throw the ball, but he can run himself.
Yeah, and he's not afraid.
Yeah.
He's not afraid. And then, we talk about the defense, but their defensive line is stout. The defensive line and the linebacker.
Yeah. So as I brought up earlier, I just want to go ahead and let everyone know that after this weekend, they play at Auburn. They play at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt isn't a pushover no more.
Vanderbilt ain't the same Vanderbilt as we think they are. They are pretty good.
Yeah. Then Texas A&M comes to Mizzou. Right now, they're ranked number 5. You had Mississippi State coming to Mizzou. Then Mizzou goes to number 6 at this time, Oklahoma, and then they close things out. So no Florida, I apologize, but they do play Arkansas to end the season. So once again, Auburn.
There's no teams this year. There's no teams in the SEC. Even Mississippi State is got a decent team.
Yeah. So once again, Auburn, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, and then to round things off, we have Arkansas. So come on, Mizzou. Let's keep on doing what we gotta do, and let's show, this world that we ain't no pushover. Because it has to get to a point where when you think about the SEC, the world's gonna always think about the Alabamas, the LSUs, you know what I'm saying, the Tennessees. Recently it's been like Ole Miss. It's time for Mizzou to start getting up there and getting that respect. And the only way to do that is you come out this week and beat Roll Tide. You do that, that's going to set the bar. Either
that, or we just got to stop taking Saturday gigs when the Mizzou Tigers are playing.
That's it right there. Let's go on to the AP Top 25 poll. And as you see on your screen, we're going to go ahead and do it old school. So I'll go ahead and start first. 25, you have Florida State.
At 24, you have the South Florida Bulls.
Yeah, at number 23, Memphis Tigers.
22, Iowa State.
21, Arizona State.
At number 20, you have Vanderbilt.
Number 19, Virginia.
At 18, you got BYU.
17, Illini.
At number 16, Notre Dame, sliding down.
But what's crazy is that they're like what, 2 and 4?
They're 3 and 2.
Oh, they 3 and 2 now? Okay. But still, like, they 3 and 2 and they rank number 16. When I say they getting off lucky,
yeah,
and that's all because of the name. That's all it is.
It is. They was in a national championship game last year.
That's crazy. Let me see something real quick. I want to check out something here. Let's see. That is crazy. Notre Dame. That is crazy. I can't believe that they're 3 and 2 overall, and they rank number 16. That's just amazing to me. But anyway,
they won 3 straight games.
Number 15, Michigan Wolverines.
At number 14, those MIZZOU Missouri Tigers.
13, Roman Reigns, old school, Georgia Tech.
I didn't know that. At number 12, you have Tennessee.
Number 11, Shaquille O'Neal's old school, LSU.
At number 10, we have them Georgia Bulldogs.
Number 9, Patrick Mahomes, old school, Texas Tech.
At number 8, we have everybody's old school, Alabama.
Number 7, I think about Bobby Knight, Isaiah Thomas, the Indiana Hoosiers.
At number 6, biggest bust, the Rams quarterback, Sam Bradford. Old school.
Number 5, you have Johnny Manziel in Texas A&M.
At number 4, we have Ole Miss.
Number 3, Stanton's team. We don't know why, because they never win. Oregon Ducks.
And at number 2, again, everybody's old team, the U, Miami.
You have Michael Irvin. Come on. That's my team right there. They gonna win. We gonna do it.
Out. He had the belt, and he was like, "We whipped him." After they beat Florida State last week. He is hilarious, man.
Oh man, and number 1, the Ohio State. So once again, a nice amount of games going down. We're focusing right now on the local teams because we want to see them do some amazing things. So let's go. Let's have a good time with it. And right now, I do want to say this for those watching right now or listening, that we don't advocate for streaming while driving unless you're like iShowSpeed or Casanet and you got a whole crew holding things down. But right now, on the road, as she's I guess she's heading back to the house, we do have Bunny. Bunny, what is going on with you? How you doing?
Good evening, and I want to ask Mr. Sadal, you said the Rams' biggest quarterback bust or the biggest quarterback bust? Because I thought Johnny Manziel would have been there. I'm curious.
I said the Rams' biggest quarterback bust.
Oh, okay. I apologize. That's why I want the clarification. Because I'm like, how you go from Sam Bradford being the biggest bust to Johnny Manziel? That's the biggest bust.
Actually, that would be
Ryan Leaf. That's the only person I could think of.
The Browns.
Ladarius Russell.
No, you mean
Raiders.
No, you mean LaMarcus.
LaMarcus Russell. I'm sorry, LaMarcus Russell.
At this point, y'all, we can do a top 10 of the biggest busts in the last 25 years, but that could be for another day.
Yeah, we can have a lot of quarterback busts.
Yeah,
and speaking of Smoooth, when you were just mentioning about Notre Dame, you surprised. I felt that way about Texas, the Longhorns, last week. I said only because of that last name of Manning, why them fools got to be ranked so high. And they still showing why they shouldn't be as good as they were giving them the ranking. Manning is helping them prove it game after game.
And
he's ruining
I didn't even realize. I'm sorry, something I didn't even realize because someone pointed this out to me. Well, not to me, but on social media. They said, don't be fooled, everyone. Arch Manning isn't like the son of of quarterbacks, Peyton Manning and Eli. He's a son of a wide receiver.
That is wrong. That was wrong.
So now you may see why he's not doing what Eli and Peyton Manning did, because he's not under their lineage, that skill talent. So I'm just saying.
They got a point.
And yes, Miss Dub Mizzou is at number 14, and hopefully if they win, they'll be definitely top 10. But like I said, Sadal, this is it. You have to show the world that you are that deal.
And I think, honestly, a little spinoff It's not being talked about loudly yet, but Eli has to do Drinkowitz talking about has to do good this season with Mizzou. So getting the win for Alabama would definitely secure his job for the season. But as far as if they don't, gotta win the rest of them out because he's a good coach to me. I don't have any issues with him, but it seems like when Mizzou gets finally toward the top 10, we always falter. It never fails. We get so close, and then that one game happens in the middle of the season, and boom, and we don't rebound. And so I hope he proves the naysayers wrong. All eyes are gonna be on Mizzou again because Alabama draws that type of attention. So they better show up and show out, especially they at home too.
Right. Yep. So, while you're here, Bunny, what are your thoughts in regards to the WNBA playoffs and how great it's been so far?
Because, my girl Asia Wilson holding it down. The Las Vegas Aces are trying to go 3-0, and they're trying to say, let's sweep this whole series. I don't want to see a sweep because I do like to see competition, and of course, just not her. What's the Vegas Aces starting guard? She can go. No
Man,
point guard.
she's
She's
killing
old
it.
too.
Yeah, she is killing
Man.
it. What's her name? Oh my
What's her
God,
name?
I tip the tongue right
I
now. Hold on.
know. I see her face. I just can't get the name out. Oh my gosh.
Hold on. I have the power of Google, so hold on real quick.
Okay.
Jackie Young.
Thank you. I see her face. Yes, Jackie. Listen, and that's partially on me being biased, but I just did not realize how cool she is. I mean, there's a few other guards as well, but when she gets them pocket passes in there, she get them down the light. Man, like that's the unsung hero, I believe, for the Aces. We could talk about their other, key players, but I think Young is the unsung hero, especially if they end up sweeping this series. Oh my gosh.
But then also, even off the bench, you have Dana Evans, who's been like lights out as well. She like their sixth man or sixth woman. But yeah, she's been amazing as well, man. And she can easily be starting on everyone else's team, but now she's like the sixth man or sixth woman off the bench and hold things down. And oh Lord, right now I'm seeing this young man breakdancing on at the WNBA game. He on like on the big screen dancing. But yeah, anyway, like I said, the Aces they're deep. They're letting the Mercury know that we got a lot of firepower. It's gonna take a whole lot for y'all to stop what we got.
And we did not come to play. And I don't feel sorry for the Phoenix Mercury, but I kind of do because I think getting through the playoffs they're supposed to do, but I mean, you just said it. They are undermatched. They can't compete with what the Aces have. They got people on top of people on top of people, especially with their bench.
Yeah, but once again, some good stuff. What was your thoughts in regards to Mark Sanchez and the mess that he got himself into?
I said, is it too soon to start cracking jokes? I mean, I don't ever want to get into that situation. I mean, we know people in St. Louis can drive crazy, have road rage incidents, but dude, and what was crazy, y'all, when the report first came out, it was like, oh, Sanchez is okay, everybody feeling sorry, pitiful for, woe is me type thing. Like, oh, that's that happened to him, hope he recuperates. Then, like a couple hours later, it flipped. No, Sanchez is being charged. I was like, what the hell happened? I thought he was a victim. I said, damn, in 2 hours, to go from this to this? Like, what?
Yeah, all bad.
And then, like, my mama was even in on this because she's like, yeah, Sanchez in charge. He was on his way to broadcast the game. I said, he was doing what? I said, Ma, he makes a lot of good money. Whatever he did, how badly beat up the guy is still in the hospital, he's going to sue the mess out of Sanchez. Sanchez is going to be out of a job when all the smoke clears. All for what? Was it worth it? No. Not at all.
Let's see. Miss Dub says, going back to the Aces, sort of like teams that went up against the Bulls with MJ. Good teams like the Jazz didn't stand a chance. I mean, the Jazz did take them to a game 6 at least, so they were like right there, but almost doesn't count.
It does not. And that means that GM for the Mercury needs to be on notice like, hey, if you want to come back here again next year and compete and be actually really, 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 really good against the Ace or whomever, they got to fix something on their roster. This GM should be taking all notes on what they need to do to compete against the Aces or anybody else on their level.
Yeah. All right. So once again, this is your Wednesday night sports delight. Your boy Smooth along with
Sadal.
and on the road right now, being safe. We have
Your girl Bunny.
There we go. Let's get right into our last topic, NFL. To go ahead and give some takeaways from Week 5, and as we have right now on the screen, let me move this out the way and add this instead. Let's go. Boom. So, Sadal, you gotta talk about this, man. The Rams and Kyron Williams once again fumbles the game away. I believe he had a crucial fumble in the playoffs last year, but he just had a crucial fumble against the 49ers that pretty much cost the Rams the opportunity to be 4-1, and instead they're 3-2. Your thoughts in regards to last Thursday's game against the 49ers?
I'm glad we're a few days away from the game because I was highly pissed. Now, I'm highly pissed. Now, as a Rams fan, some Rams fans know a player from the Greatest Show on Turf days. His name was Azahir Hakim.
Man, so talented.
I remember him. Our wide receiver, that boy was cold and fast.
Yeah, he was cold. He was cold with it. He had speed. He was a great returner. But I nicknamed him Oz Hakim, the fumble machine.
Yes.
Every time the Rams were in a critical spot, he fumbled away the game. 2000 playoffs against the Saints.
Yes. That's it. I'll never forget that moment.
That punt. I was done.
Yes.
Well, new Rams fans, you got yourself a fumble machine now. Kyron Williams. He needs to go holler at Tiki Barber. He carried the ball.
Right.
Here's my thoughts on the game. One, you got to give credit to the 49ers, man. The 49ers seems like they have the Rams number as far as coaching. Kyle Shanahan seems like every time he plays McVay team, always outcoaches every single time. Case in point, you had half of their offense out of the game. What did you do? Dink and dunk the ball and create long drives so you don't have Matthew Stafford getting on the field. And it worked. And of course, second-year defensive coordinator did not adjust and bring people into the box to stop that dinking and dunking. Instead, he's trying to go after the quarterback when the quarterback is getting rid of the ball at a second and a half. You're not in a second game until overtime. So that's one. Number two, Rams. Why on earth do you make mistakes that cost you big drives or touchdowns or plays in the game? That Kyron Williams fumble wasn't the only fumble in the game. You had Blake Corum coming in there, fumbling away a pass, a pitch, because he's trying to look down the field. He fumbles away. They were at the 20. Could have been at least 3 points. Then you had our kicker who all season was hitting the landing zone. Then you miss it right there at the beginning of overtime. People, you don't make mistakes like that when you're a Super Bowl caliber team. You know? And then McVay. You go for it on fourth down in the fourth quarter. Now, I do agree with going for it on 4th down. But with a simple running play, with a guy who just fumbled, you're going to get it right back to him. Our offensive line has been like fine china all year. They've been easily to break and expensive when they do break. They can't block anything, and you try to run right up the middle when you know that the defense is keying in on it. What are you thinking? And of course, they get stopped on 4th down, lose the game. So in conclusion, man, I don't want to hear anything about the Rams or a Super Bowl caliber team or anything. I want to hear about if they are going to win the next game. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing about playoffs, none of that. Stanton, I'm looking at you, Stanton. I don't want to hear nothing about playoffs or how the Rams are going to go to the Super Bowl, none of that. How are you going to win the next week's game? That's it.
And that's all.
A message from Reverend Sadal.
Love message. Tell your neighbor
Thomas,
how you gonna win if you can't stop bumping the ball.
It's not coming with the game.
All right. So the Vikings did beat the Browns. Texans destroyed the Ravens. What happened to the Ravens?
Jackson wasn't in the game. Yeah. Everybody wants to beat down on Jackson and how he's not clutching this and that, but they forget how good Jackson is. Lamar Jackson is the reason that the Ravens are in the positions that they're in every single year, but you don't miss your water until the well one's dry. And that's what happened.
But other thing I see to go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're right with them missing Raven Lamar, but the other issue with the Ravens with the other games they lost is their defense is non-existent because they had too many injured players. Even when Lamar is playing good, they're still losing. It's that defense out there is making more of a difference than just not having Lamar.
That's true too, and that showed up too.
Yeah. I mean, they keep getting their assets spanked, and I'm like, damn, are y'all that bad from one year to another? I'm like, they're missing key people.
So with that being said, is John Harbaugh's job on the line?
I don't think so.
With the injuries, no. If it was like they had at least a key people, then I could see maybe. But with these injuries, they can't overcome that. So no, I don't think that's not his fault. And then again, without having Lamar the last game, again that they just know that depth chart ain't depthing. It's not there.
Yeah, you could have said that. You could have said that about McVay after they won the Super Bowl when they had all those injuries, and you could have said, "All right, is McVay's job on the line?" No, because they don't have a history of losing like that. So,
the Colts are 4-1. Are they the real deal, Sadal?
Yes, they are. Daniel Jones. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Daniel Jones he's playing good football. You know what a difference another offensive system makes. And Jonathan Taylor, their running back. Nobody's talking about him, but he's one of the best running backs in the league. And they're playing pretty good football, man.
Last week, 2 weeks ago, Jackson Dart had his debut and won his first game, but then he go into New Orleans and stink it up. He had a fumble, a crucial fumble, and they lost to the winless Saints. It's a time for Jameis Winston already.
That's crazy, y'all.
No. Jackson Dart is having his usual, rookie hiccups, man. He's gonna learn from it. He's gonna be all right.
Broncos and Eagles, an incredible game. Broncos came all the way back, being down, I believe, 17-3, I believe, and they came back and won the game at Philadelphia. Philadelphia's first loss. How about them Broncos?
Hey, man, Sean Payton. getting the team together, man. Hey, that's all. That's all. That's good coaching right there.
Man, Titans and Cardinals. Did you see the play of the running back going into the end zone and drop the ball right before he crossed the end zone? Did you see that play?
I did, and it's just like the play that we was talking about the Colts, where the guy had a 85-yard pass, and he won with the celebrate and fumbled it right there at the 1-yard line. People, when will you learn? When will you learn?
And then the Buccaneers are 4-1. They beat the Seahawks 38-35. I was surprised with that. Their season. They once again 4-1. And get thoughts on the Buccaneers.
Not surprising to me, man. Baker Mayfield is showing people, hey, he's that deal.
Yeah,
he's that deal, man.
Yep. You have the Commanders and the Chargers. Commanders won 27-10. Jaden Daniels' first game back. I think he was off like 2 weeks in a row, but he came back and they won that game. A game that I want to definitely talk about was what happened on Monday night, where Jacksonville Jaguars defeated the Kansas City Chiefs. I was like, whoa. And going into the game, I didn't even realize that going into the game, Jacksonville was 3-1, and now they are 4-1 because they beat the Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence, is he finally finding his stride now that he had Liam Cohen as the coach? Excuse me.
People wanted to count him out,
and he got a good receiver. That was Travis Hunter too, though.
Wanted to count him out, and he's showing people, hey, he can ball. He can ball, and you know what? This could be a defining moment for a team like the Jaguars to beat the Chiefs in that way. That last play, that Lawrence,
man,
head to right.
Oh my God,
tripped because of his lineman. He tripped. He was laying in the middle of that talented defensive line with the Chiefs. They were salivating. 30 seconds left, no timeouts. He finds a way to get up, snakes his way through, and finds the end zone, man. That right there, that could win you everybody on that team. That could be a big deal going forward for the Jaguars, man.
And Bunny, now you know how my wife loves the Chiefs. She could be a bandwagon at times, but she loves her Chiefs. When I say she was so pissed at the Chiefs defense.
But listen, did you know I found out Patrick Mahomes was the leading rusher on the Chiefs up until Monday's game? Before that game, he was the leading rusher. That's how you know their stuff ain't going like it should be. And I was surprised, but again, I'm not surprised. I told y'all the Chiefs, they're going to get some more wins this season, but their dynasty run look like it's coming to an end. And Kelsey's older. Kelsey don't have,
Wouldn't say it's come to an end.
I didn't say they're not going to still be competitive. The dynasty of winning the Super Bowls. That's what I'm talking about. Not them still win. They're going to win games. They're still going to probably get to the playoffs, but to be dominant like they were, that's come to an end. That dynasty of the Super Bowls, I think, is over.
I think that's too soon. Too soon to say. You never know. It may be a down, every dynasty have down years. You look at every single dynasty, like the 49ers in the 80s. There was years where they were not as good, but they bounced back maybe 1 to 2 years after that and won another Super Bowl. So I wouldn't say none of that. I wouldn't say that. Maybe it's a down season. But I don't see them, as long as they got Patrick Mahomes and they got Andy Reid, they have a chance to bounce back. But this season may be lost, though.
Shouts out to my cousin Scotty. He says, yo, what's up, OG? I apologize. Talking to you, Sadal, that the Eagles came back and defeated the Rams a couple of weeks ago.
Man, that's old, man. You know what? I apologize. I apologize for y'all loss against for the Broncos, man. I apologize. My condolences for that.
Man, speaking of the Eagles, going to week number 7 that starts tomorrow. We have Eagles and Giants Thursday night football. That should be interesting. And then going to, as you see, the slew of Sunday's games. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Oops, not that fast. There we go. Rams and Ravens. That should be a very big game. Let's see what team shows up there in regards to both the Rams and the Ravens.
Yeah.
Especially playing at Baltimore. Seahawks at Jaguars. That should be very interesting. See how the Jaguars, if they can still ride that momentum from the Monday Night Football win. You have the Chargers and Dolphins. Looks like it's all bad in Miami. Tyreek Hill, he's out for the year. Dolphins 1-4. It's all bad. The Browns and Steelers. Dylan Gabriel, his second NFL start. Steelers are 3-1. And
Who's
Rodgers
the quarterback up for the Browns now?
I don't know, man. Fill in the blank.
Inside joke. Inside joke.
Let's see. The Patriots. Let's talk about them. They're 3-2.
They had an impressive win against the Bills on the road.
Yeah. They're 3-2. So Mike Vrabel, got the team playing right now. So shouts out to them.
They look good.
For those who love football, you may not want to watch the Raiders and Titans. The Buccaneers.
Why would you say that? All because the Titans suck and the Raiders suck. I mean, don't y'all still want to watch some JV football teams go at it?
Hey, even NFL Red Zone might skip that game.
I mean, they're JV type style play right now. So, still football, right?
It's the toilet bowl game.
Oh,
We call that. That's the toilet bowl game.
Scotty said, I see you got the Ram shirt on.
Games. I've seen them.
Yeah, Scotty says, I see you got the Ram shirt on. He said the Eagles will bounce back tomorrow night.
Definitely. But the other thing, real quick, with the Eagles, when Sadar, you talking about you don't see the Chiefs dynasty being over too soon, but Philadelphia beat them, and Philadelphia's about to go on a run now. If they don't win the Super Bowl, they'll still get back there at least to the conference championship. So I'm like, nah, I think the Chiefs have been dethroned, and I think the Eagles have come for them, and they're going to prove it.
And
October 8th, 2025, we'll mark this.
And
Please, run back
another
to
team to look at, which I thought they may slide, especially after the first game of the year, but they are right there in the thick of things. And they've actually played the Chiefs this Sunday. That's the Detroit Lions. They looking good.
Mm-hmm. They are.
They looking good. I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I had them dead to rights, but now I don't know. They're looking good. Miss Dub says Niners and Bucks looks like a good game. Yes, it should be a great game.
Yeah.
Let's continue on in regards to these games here. We have, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Lions and Chiefs. Sunday night football. If the Chiefs go 2-4, woo. And then Monday night you have two games again, Bills and Falcons, and then the Bears and Commanders. I am intrigued.
Interesting.
Yes. I am intrigued with this game. One, of course, Commanders, Craig Black, and you know how he's excited about his Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Jay and Daniels back again. Once again, he's been out for a couple of weeks, but he came back last week. But Ben Johnson got them Bears playing better now. They've won 2 in a row. Caleb Williams looking more confident. Luther Burden had a very impressive game a few weeks ago. I think it was on Monday Night Football against the Vikings. But yeah, once again, they're playing better. No, I'm sorry, against the Cowboys. That's what you had that game. Yes. But yeah, I'm intrigued with the Bears and Commanders game. Look forward to that to see, which quarterback's going to come out and do some things.
Yeah.
Yep, very intrigued. But yeah, man. So everyone, that's it, man. That's our topics for this evening. Was there any other that you wanted to talk about, Bunny? Was there anything that had your attention in the sports world that Sadal and I may not have covered?
LGB. Let's go Blues. Home opener season kickoff is tomorrow, and it looks like the Blues, based off their preseason predictions, to definitely go back to the playoffs, but make an even further run. So let's hope they can redeem St. Louis sports teams here, because you know the City SC are shitty, and then you know the Cardinals were shitty. So let's not do a strikeout, guys. Come on, Blues. You got to hold it down for St. Louis, please, and thank you.
Yeah, and
It's safe for me to finally go to a Blues game after like.
let's go to all. Let's go to all. Let's make it happen, brother.
I haven't been to a full. I've never been to a full hockey game.
Yeah, let's go ahead and make it happen, man. That'll be a fun experience. Get some good seats and have a good time enjoying the game. Yeah, let's go ahead and make that happen for real. That and take it to a Mizzou game as well, man.
Yes, I definitely want to see them.
Yeah, so a lot going on. Once again, the Blues, they play against the Minnesota Wild tomorrow at the Enterprise Center. They got popping new jerseys. It look amazing. So shouts out to them for doing that. But a whole lot, man. Yes, it's dub. You got to go to a Blues game. I always say this, but it's like going to a big oversized bar. Like it is. That's like the experience, man. Everyone's drinking, having a good time. They lively. It's not really a dull moment. It just really like going to a big oversized bar and having a good time. Cousin Scotty said those hockey games are a good time. It's popping in there. There we go. So like I said, he confirmed it right there.
Okay, Cousin Scotty. Thank you for the what's the word? What's the word? Thank you for that. Let me just say that. I can't think of the word, y'all.
Hey, Scotty, I forgive you for being an Eagles fan. That's okay.
No. He forgives you for being a Rams fan. When they left St. Louis, you're supposed to jump ship. So, dog, I'm still disappointed in you for that.
30 years of fandom. I'm not jumping ship from my team.
When you change cities like that, I mean, you was a Rams fan when they were in LA, so you may get a pass.
Years since 1995. I can't cut that off.
Yes, you can, because I sure did. I didn't start watching NFL football to win. The Rams moved to St. Louis. So I was loyal. Listen, all the crap we dealt with before the Greatest Show on Turf got here, and then after the Greatest Show on Turf left, I still was watching. But once they left the city, and that owner that you're still supporting, he gets a finger, and it's not the ring finger, it's not the index finger. Okay, that's what he gets.
Yeah, and he definitely gets
that. He's still
that.
a billionaire, laughing at little old me. He's still a billionaire, so I get it, but still.
You like the Cardinals with their current management, don't you?
Of course I don't like them, but they didn't move out of St. Louis either, did they? And they didn't lie and say St. Louis is a horrible place and we don't support the team and all this and that when we have good product. I mean, they know what it is. They are causing this people to open up their wallets. Frankie knew he was lying and what he was doing. Again, to make money. It is what it is.
I don't hold it against the franchise, though. I'm a fan of the franchise, not the owner.
Miss Dub says, I don't know about being a Rams fan, but I still root for them while hating their owner.
Now that's legit, Miss Dub. That's legit.
Well, thank you, Miss Dub. 30 years, I can't cut it off, man. Can't cut that off.
The boy true to this. He loyal.
And plus, I've already had this argument since the 1990s with T-Bone. We've been going at it since the 90s on this. So,
you ain't even know T-Bone in the 90s. Boy, stop.
It has. It's been since the 90s.
Yeah, it has.
And almost all my life.
Same high school.
Middle school.
Middle school. There we go.
Middle school and high
school. The middle school gym. That y'all was over there talking about this. The Rams, 49. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Since then.
And I don't know if you saw it earlier, Bunny. We talked about the UFL and how they're making big changes where the focus is now a majority of the teams are going to play in more like MLS stadiums to have that more intimate feel. You know, maybe have like the max of like 20,000 people. Of course, St. Louis is going to still be in the dome. But I do want to ask this question now that it came to my mind. Do you feel, Sadal, especially because you know you were a season ticket holder,
Yep.
that the Rams should still play at the dome, or should they consider making a move to the to Energizer Park, where
You
they
mean the Battlehawks,
Yeah,
right?
you mean the Battlehawks.
sorry, the Battlehawks should move into the CDSC's Energizer Park Stadium and be in a more intimate feel.
Again, too soon. Because we still have a good crowd, even though it has slipped a little bit. We still have a great crowd and have some of the best crowds in the league. So that intimate feel is not needed as of yet. But let's see what happens as the years go by. It'll be a nice backup if that does happen. But right now, we still get the dome filled enough to where it looks good and people want to come here and enjoy the game.
And couple of things, because the dome just added new lights and a new turf, so it'd be kind of like, what the hell? We just spent all this money, and now y'all go to an MLS stadium and play.
Plus, we're the Battlehawks is probably their biggest business right now.
Yeah.
Outside of a concert, Beyonce coming here, or Kendrick Lamar,
or Chris Brown. Yeah, and then second
are the biggest thing right now for the dome, keeping the dome together. And they still got that lease,
Yeah, and then second, something that I would mandate until the American Center of the Dome gets pushed to change it, but go back to the original seating where, remember, the very first year it was just all lower bowl. And then
I think they'll do that before they move stadiums.
They'll do. Yeah, I would say
they had the top. They had some of the top seats open.
Yeah,
maybe there'll come a time where they'll have just the lower bowl open.
I would say focus on the lower bowl, and then if it maxes out to capacity, then open up the second tier. Maybe do like in WWE games where WWE events where they have a huge black taper off thing in the top bowl, so you don't see all those empty red seats or whatever. But just focus on having the lower bowl packed out until they reach capacity, and then open up the next section. Just don't have it how it was last year, because I was highly disappointed with what I saw, because you and I went to the home opener, and then I went to the game where if they would have won, they would have went to the championship, and both crowds were just sparse. I was just super shocked at that.
And just keep in mind, they had an extra home game, so it was a lot of saturation right there. So we won't have that this year. So it won't be as many home games. So no need to panic. We don't need to change stadiums. Let's keep it the way it is. Let's close off the top bowl, and we got the highest attendance. That's why they didn't even mention
St. Louis to relocate or change venues. Yeah, right. we their bread and butter. St. Louis is their bread and butter for the UFL to still stay afloat.
Yeah. But like I said, this is something to consider in the future. Maybe just have the lower bowl until they pack that out, and then add the next tier. But we'll see. But once again, that's it for our show, I believe. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Sadal, thank you for taking time out of your day for being on the main show this week. Bunny, thanks for being present, even though you're on the road. We're all about safe driving, you know what I'm saying? So continue to be safe out there on the roads. Everyone else, thank you for tuning in to the Platform Sports Talk Show, your Wednesday night Sports Delight. Make sure you give us a follow all across social media. If you can't watch us, y'all go ahead and go to hot365radio.com or via the app. and you'll be set to go right there. And also, every first Wednesday of the month, you have Ladies Night. Every last Wednesday, you have the Man Cave. Now, Bunny, this is your time to represent the Ladies Night crew, and let everyone know, let Sadal know your thoughts on the Man Cave not doing the show 2 weeks ago. The floor is yours.
Well, first, can I get an explanation? What had happened, Sadal? What had happened? Why were you not on the last Wednesday of the month? Come on, let me hear it.
Scheduling conflicts, prior commitments.
No one was available out of all the crew, because us ladies hold it down. And as you see, sometimes life happens, since I'm in a situation driving but still doing the show. But nobody, not one. The ladies run it. It's been proven. Got the receipts. We can roll back the tape. Every first Wednesday of the month, we are here, honey. Fellas, get it together. And I wish that Jayance was on here, because she would drag y'all through the mud, okay?
I got
Messed
nothing.
up the winning streak. I know. That's why I love the silence, because you got nothing. You have no comeback. Just messed up y'all winning streak, boy.
It's all right,
ladies
man.
don't have the problems.
Because anytime we do appear, it is a treat. So it really don't matter. They say absence makes the heart grow fonder. So
Don't try to cover that up. Negro, y'all did not show when y'all supposed to. Whoever didn't do it. And again, the winning streak is messed up. You got to start over. Ladies are still on our winning streak. That's why I said we run it.
When you're the main event don't fight every night. It's got to be special when we come out.
And that's why the first Wednesday of the month is special. You can wrap up the show now, Smooth.
And with that being said, yes, once again, the Man Cave is supposed to be on every last Wednesday of the month, where anything can go down. But fun show. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure y'all spread the word about the Platform Sports Talk Show, your Wednesday night sports delight. Y'all have a great rest of y'all evening. It's your boy Smooth, along with
Sadal
and
your girl Bunny.
There we go. Y'all have a great rest of y'all week. Stay tuned and stay smooth.
What you have just experienced was brought to you by Smoooth Productions. Until next time, stay tuned and stay smooth.